Hey everybody, welcome back. Episode 28.
Episode 28.
We're almost to 30. We're almost to 30.
Yes.
I love round numbers because I have OCD. I love it. All right, let's get this party started.
Back.
Woo. Boom. Hell yeah. So I'm happy to be back. We are on the grind. We are banking and we are, what do you call it? We are videotaping. Nice. You just flicked whatever was on there. Oh my. That was so gross. Did you see that?
I didn't mean to do it like that.
What the hell was that? That's gross. You're so gross. Anyway, men are gross. We're filming so that we can bank up episodes so we don't miss one while we're on tour. Mm-hmm. We're excited to see you guys at tour. 21 cities. Don't forget to get your tickets. There are still some available. We have 5 shows that are sold out of the 21. And then the other ones are like creeping up. They're all like competing with each other. So I'm excited that we are going to be able to meet a lot of you guys.
Sure.
But before we get started, you guys, remember the last episode? And if you're new here, go back and watch the last episode. And we did talk about, making New Year's resolutions, if you will.
And we're hitting the halfway mark.
Yeah, and we're already halfway through the year. There's only 6 months left. Someone posted a number the other day of how many days till Christmas, and I was like, oh my God, or how many days till next year. And I'm like, dude, come on, relax. All we care about is Halloween right now. So, but anyway, I did give you guys a call to action. Let us know if you had any wins.
Yeah.
If you set out something to do and you've already accomplished it or you're almost there. And I want to read a couple.
Yeah, please.
As in 2.
They were good.
So I don't know your real name, but this one comes from Soccer Bopper 124. Such a fun name. They said, Noelle and Tait, 6 months into the year, and I just accepted a new job.
Congratulations. Woo! Congratulations.
Came with a promotion and a title change I was vying for. I commented on your episode about jobs that I was in the process of applying, and you commented to keep going. Thank you. You better believe your sweet ass. I said, keep going, because it's not over until it's over. It's only over if you quit.
Great job.
Right. So, and I think we did talk, one of the episodes was, or maybe it was a short, we talked about jobs and.
Yeah. Not happy.
Not happy, getting out. You know, if you're at a job for 2 years, it's time for you to start looking for a new one and all that good stuff. So I'm so fired up. Yep. So great job.
Great job.
And the other one was by Tatiana. Is it Tatiana B? Tatiana B said, my goal this year was to graduate college and get a job. And I did both.
Great job.
That is amazing.
Amazing.
She did it. Or they did it.
They did it.
So, woo
yep.
for Tatiana B. That's
Congratulations.
Amazing. And we're so proud of you. And we're going to give you your virtual lay for lay, as in, we call it an ULA.
Yeah.
Get your mind out of the dirt. For graduating.
Yes.
That's so awesome. And she also asked if we can do an episode on being in your early 20s and what to do, not to do, friendships, finances, and things like that. If that's something you guys want, we are going to make it happen.
Sure.
We were already kind of talking about something like that. So drop a comment and let us know if that's for sure, if you guys want to support Tatiana. And if so, we will definitely do one on that.
Yeah.
We were already kind of in the works on something similar. Let us know if you guys are interested. But I wanted to share those 2 wins. And if anybody else has wins, if you have a baby, if you get married, if you get engaged, if you graduate, you get a new job, if you tell your boss off and get a new job, whatever, let us know. We want to shout you out.
A win is a win.
Hell yeah, dude. And we're all about celebrating. We love to celebrate, especially other people's wins. Okay.
Stop, big or small. It's still a win.
Exactly. And don't hate on people when they're winning. If you're watching this and you're not winning, go do something for yourself that you've always wanted to do, and then we will shout you out as well. So congratulations to those 2 wonderful people, and keep them coming. We love to hear the wins.
Right.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, cool. You said you wanted to talk about something.
Yeah. I wanted to share a funny story.
Okay, let it rip. Let's go.
Funny story. And it's funny because it actually ties in with our topic today, which we'll go over later. But anyways, my job is, part of my household jobs is to do the laundry. So I do that's just how it was no formal meeting about it where you do this. I just that's fell into my lap, and that's what I do, right? Like so I'm in charge of the laundry, right?
Yeah.
So it's only me and Noelle.
What do you mean?
And two meaning only two people. It's only me and Noelle.
I feel like I'm gonna get read down right now.
No.
I feel like you're gonna air out our dirty laundry right now.
All I ask, right, is separate your stuff, right?
What do you
When you take it off, you know, separate your stuff when you take it off. That's all I ask. Small things, right?
I'm so glad you brought this up. Keep going.
Small things, right? We've been married for a while.
I like how he doesn't say the number because he doesn't remember. Anyway, go ahead.
I can't. The incredible how it all gets in one, including your socks. I'll never understand. Becomes one.
Here's what he's talking about.
Including your socks. I'll never understand.
Here's what he's talking about, because I'm sure the majority of you don't know what he's talking about, because you're saying it as if everybody knows. So when I take off my workout shorts, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, or your workout pants, or your jeans, or whatever you're wearing. It doesn't matter.
I take it all off at once, including the chonies. They're stuck in there, and I've been doing really good about separating them. But I take it all off at once. I don't know about you guys. Like, there's two ways to do it: take off your shorts, then take off your chonies, your underwear, or if you're like me, I just take it all off at once. And I used to put it in the hamper as is, and then
she rolls it down. So it rolls it down like a freaking roll up, but she's rolling it all down and then catches everything, including the fucking socks.
What?
I don't know how the socks get in there. I don't know. She's wearing shorts, not pants. The socks get in there, and then it's one and done. One piece of clothing in the hamper.
One big sweaty ball of mess, and then just throw it in the hamper.
All in one.
Hey, I'm efficient, okay? It's called efficiency. Look it up. It's called Google. Dude, I can't believe you aired my dirty laundry literally out into the world.
I had a better one, but I forgot it.
That was pretty good. I can't believe. Okay, I get it. So that's your pet peeve? Is that a pet peeve?
That's our topic.
Yes, you guys.
That's our topic of the day.
You guys, if you're not following us on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, you need to, because we put up funny shorts, and most of the time, I'm trying to get better. Both of us are trying to get better.
Sure.
At posting things that are not just clips of the podcast. Mm-hmm. So we put up a clip the other day about pet peeves, and it was almost like a daily rant, because I was talking about when you go through a drive-through, especially Carl's Jr. If you're not from the West Coast, I think in the Midwest it's called Hardee's, right? It's like a drive-through hamburger joint, and you order like 5 meals, like I'll have a number 1, a number 2, whatever, and they put all the food in one bag, like honestly to the brim.
Yeah, we can't even close it.
You can't even close the bag. They hand it to you like this, like a big stuffed sack, right? And it pisses me off, and I know why they do that. I always used to make the joke, like, what, like are paper bags like in shortage, or but it's because they don't care, and they're just shoving everything in there, and if they mess up your order, they don't care. And you guys know, if you're real ones and you've been here since day one, you know, I'm like, don't move the car. And I will literally, they stuff that shit. I will literally take everything out, hold these fries, hold these burgers. And I want to count, make sure all my shit's there, because the last thing I want to do is get home and they put mayonnaise on my hamburger. And then it's a whole thing. And we talked about that. Where are my mayonnaise, anti-mayonnaise people? Rise up. And so we did a short. We did a quick video of it. We put it up, and I was getting all these DMs on pet peeves, and I'm like, we should make this a topic. Big and I'm time. Like, let's see if we get a lot of pet peeves. Yeah. And we did, and we got a bunch, and we're not gonna be able to cover them all today. No. But we might make a part 2, because some of them were so funny because I agree, or he agrees, or we both agree, and then we have our own stories to like dovetail with what you guys sent us. Right. So today's topic is pet peeves.
Pet peeves.
And we would love to hear yours or comment on ours.
Sure.
Even if you take the opposite approach, you're like, no, that's not a pet peeve. It's, you taking everything off at once. That's, rude. Take your underwear off and separately or whatever. So I still stand by it's efficient. I just one and done. Especially when you're sweaty, everything gets stuck together. So whatever. Anyway. Okay, here's mine. It's not like a big deal, but it's so annoying. You have the hand soap. Yes?
Yes.
We have hand soap in every bathroom, in our kitchen, right? Mm-hmm. We have a bunch of hand soaps everywhere. But Tait, when it's empty, he won't go and get the refill and fill it up. He'll open it up. So the amount of time it takes to open it up and take the top off, just go get the soap and put it in there. But what does he do? Turns the sink on, puts water in there, puts it back on, shakes it up, puts it back. How is that even sanitary? That's not sanitary. It's like water with bubbles. That's it.
No, because there's still some on the bottom. So we're trying to soak it up before we refill it with something brand new.
The amount of time it takes, you already have it off. Go get the goddamn refill and fill it up.
It's like when I was a kid and the ketchup bottle was in my mom would say, give me that thing, put water in it. It's still good.
She did?
Yeah.
No.
There's people that can relate. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, with the ketchup bottle. That's what we did when I was a kid.
No.
But not like a bunch of times, just like one time, like because you could still get some. Mm-mm. And it wasn't like a lot of water, just enough to get more. You know what I mean? So I think that's why I do it, because there's still stuff on the bottom.
And then it goes like this. And there's nothing. It's just like, just shoots out just a handful of bubbles, and then there's no soap. And then it's like, it cannot suck up the last of it at the bottom. It just can't. Anyway, that's mine. That's my pet peeve of his. But let's get into it because we have so many to cover. I want to wring his neck when that happens. And here's the worst. That's not even the worst part. The worst part is I go, who put water in this hand soap container? And he goes, I want to punch you in your throat. I know it's you because it's in our master bathroom. It's in our bathroom. What the hell? Oh my gosh. Anyway, okay, let's get into it. Your guys' pet peeves are pretty funny. Okay. And then I'm going to add to some of them. And I have not shown Tait any of these.
No.
So these are new.
Yeah.
All right. The first one is, here we go. Number one, people eating with their mouth open.
Yeah.
That's a pet peeve. People eating with their mouth open. And you guys already know I have misophonia. So I don't like to hear it. It drives me nuts. In fact, right before we started the pod, Tait took a drink and he drank right into the mic. And I go, it's like nails on a chalkboard. I'm like, knock it off. Right? I just go, please don't do that when we start rolling. He's like, I'm not. It's right before. And I'm like, okay. So people, I think this is different.
Sure.
People chewing with their mouth open so you can see the contents of their food, the mouth, everything that's going on.
Sure. Like the sight and the hearing it.
Yeah.
All at the same time. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
This sounds so bad, but I just think that if you don't teach your kids how to chew with their mouth closed,
sure,
I think you're a bad parent. Hot take. I'm just kidding. You're not a bad parent, but you could lock that up, that part up, because
I remember, this is me being vulnerable. I used to do it when we first got together. I used to do it.
I wasn't going to say it. You said it, not me.
No. I'm being honest, right? Like I used to do it not knowing I was doing it.
Yeah.
And then you say, hey, man, I don't like, I certainly can't stand hearing it. The last thing I want to do is see it, bud. Fucking close it.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I will jump off this bridge.
Yeah. So I had to learn.
I know.
So
your parents aren't bad parents. They just forgot that one.
They just didn't.
They forgot that one because I'm telling you right now, our kids from the jump, I taught them how to chew with their mouth closed. Now, so I didn't write anybody's names down, but if this was yours, you can comment below. However, that is unbelievably I just think it's so rude.
It's bad.
Yeah. Or talking with your mouth full and and shit's flying out of your mouth.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's so disgusting.
Yeah. See, so I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
You know, and now I do.
How do you not?
It's just being, I don't know.
I don't know. No one ever taught me that.
See, I'm just saying, like, I never knew it. So
Yeah.
anyone else around me I was with didn't know it. We
Yeah.
were all doing it. I don't know.
Now watch. Hey, I want you guys I want to give you guys a little homework task. Go on TikTok, and when you're watching videos of people trying food, tell me. I want to know. I want you guys to comment on this episode. I want you to tell me out of like, hey, I watched maybe 40 videos and 39 of them people were eating with their mouth open.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it. So you're welcome. But I want to add a caveat to this.
Sure.
The other thing to people chewing with their mouth open is, have you ever talked to somebody and you can hear you can hear in their mouth that they need to drink water?
Yeah.
And it sounds, I'm not even going to do it because I don't want to ruin anybody's ears if they're listening to this, especially on Spotify. But like, you can hear it because they're I don't know what it is. Their tongue touches the top of their mouth and it makes that squishy noise.
Yeah.
Right. And then you're looking at them and they got that white crust.
Yes.
And as you're,
Yes.
have you ever talked to somebody though, that has that, but then as they're talking, the white shit just starts getting bigger and bigger in the corners of their mouth. And then it starts to make strings.
Yeah, like spider webs.
Oh, spider webs.
Yeah. Seeing it.
I
seen it.
That's so
I see
gross.
that whole process develop.
Is that dehydration?
Yeah,
what is that?
that is you've been talking for a minute, bud. You can put some water in there. That's what that is. That mouth's been open for a minute, bud. You gotta put some water in there. You know what I'm saying?
gross.
There's no moisture in here, bud. We're drying up.
I literally,
You know what I mean?
dude, there was this contractor when I used to work in transportation in PR. There was this contractor. I hated having meetings with him because he always took the seat right next to me and he always needed to look me in the eye. And as he's talking, and this is like an hour-long meeting, as he's leading the meeting, and I'm just like, do you guys ever look at people and then go, and like that's all you can stare at is like the corners of their mouth, and then it just starts building, and then all of a sudden it starts making spider webs.
Yeah, spider webs. Yeah.
Holy shit, dude! And
nasty.
people that have that, I don't know if it's a condition, I don't know what it is, but man, that I can't not look.
Yeah.
And it just
Disgusting.
Right? It grosses me out.
It's bad.
Anyway, that's a pet peeve of mine because I just feel like you should feel it, or your mouth is dry. Like, hey, let me take a second. I need some water. Or I don't know.
Lick your lips or something. Man. Come on. You know what I mean?
Lick your
Yeah, I
lips.
want to like I give you permission.
Hey, what about me?
I won't take offense to the rudeness.
Because it's not rude.
Fucking lick your lips, drink some fucking water, like do it, man.
You're just sitting there not doing anything about that. I mean, you have to feel it. I'm positive.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
That was the first
sure.
one. Second one is okay. This one actually made me laugh because a lot of these are like mine too. Like, oh man.
Well, let me. Can I share one?
Yeah.
Before you share that other.
Okay.
I'll share another one.
Okay.
It's at the gym, right? So everybody familiar with the gym? I'll explain it to you too. But in every gym, there's typically an area where there's dumbbells, right? A bunch of dumbbells ranging from 5 pounds to whatever, right? 90, whatever, so and so. There's 2 of each, right? They go in their slot, right? The number says 15 pounds. That's where the 15 pound goes.
Yeah.
And then in front of that, they typically have benches, like open benches, right? There's probably 4 or 5 of them, evenly spaced, right, from each other. There's plenty of space in between. There's space between the bench and the dumbbell rack.
There's a lot of space.
Yeah. So this is one of my pet peeves, right? Because I don't do it to anyone else because I feel like it's rude, right? So when you're sitting on the bench, you're facing the mirror and you're facing the dumbbells, right? So you grab a pair that you're working with, you have it right there in front of you. The walking space is kind of tight. It's kind of tight. So like I will never cross that.
Oh, okay.
Do you understand
I thought
what
you
I'm
were going to
saying?
say something else.
No, I will never cross that. Never, because there's not enough room. I would go around.
Yeah. I do that too.
Right?
Yeah.
So my biggest peeve is when I'm picking up my dumbbells and I'm putting it and I'm getting ready, your ass gets in front of me.
That's what I thought you were going to say.
You walk here in front of me, your ass is in my face, and you're trying to figure out which ones you're going to use.
Has anyone bent down in front of you?
Yeah, to put them away. A guy there was an open space on the bottom. He carried them and he went to put them away as I'm fucking grabbing my dumbbells. And my head touches his ass.
Did you like sniff? Did you go like this?
No. He was wearing gym shorts. That's what you smell is gym shorts. And then I look at it, I was like, dude, really?
You actually smelled it? I was just joking.
You could smell it.
I don't even want to go. That's so disgusting.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say that because that's one of my pet peeves
that's
too.
the worst. You're the worst. You're the worst, dude. Come on.
Like, I don't even walk in front of people, one, because it's rude, and two, like, I don't want my ass that close to people's faces. So I don't care who's there. I would be like, oh, I got to go around.
Yeah.
Or I'll just leave them by my feet and do something else and then take them when that guy or gal is not, whatever.
And here's the thing. How about stand back there and look and figure out which ones you're going to use? Do you know what I'm saying?
Gym etiquette.
Stand back there and see, hey, okay, I think I want the 40.
They come stand right in front of you and they're all,
Yeah.
Am I feeling the 60s or am I feeling the 50s? Like, yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's so annoying. Oh, man. Hey, tap into that one if that's one of your pet peeves, too.
I can't stand it.
All right. Well, I think we can go do a whole episode on pet peeves in the gym.
Just the gym itself.
If that's a thing, you guys, drop a comment and drop your pet peeves in the gym, and we'll do a whole episode on gym.
Seriously.
Okay, here's the second one. Oh, my gosh. We haven't even gotten to the second one. Okay. It says a water bottle or something similar rolling around in your car, right? So it's like you make a right, it's like zzz, right? And you're with friends and no one says anything, but it bothers the shit out of you.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah.
If I'm driving and that's happening, I'm pulling over and I'm finding where the fuck that's coming from.
Or have you ever had one like one of those like Celsius cans? They're like skinny and they don't really fit in your cup holder. They kind of bang around.
Yeah, in the cup holder?
Oh, I will drive like this.
Yeah, same.
And keep it. You know what I did find the other day is when we went to VidCon last year, Topo Chico was one of the sponsors and they had a whole cart and they were like handing them out.
Grapefruit, I remember.
Yeah.
It's good.
And they had the little koozies for the skinny cans. And I was like, oh, yeah. And I ended up getting 4 of them because I went back. And every time I went back to get another one, he would get another one. And I was like, I'm not going to say no, right? Because they were like velvet. They were really cute. And I found them the other day. And I'm like, hell yeah, brother. So I put it on my Celsius can, put it in the cup holder and the Tesla. And it didn't bang around. And I'm like, I'm going to keep these in the car. These are awesome. Anyway, little hack for you guys. But yeah, so I cannot. And
yeah, same.
My good friend Tasha, rest in love, that would bother the shit out of her. She would pull over in the desert on the side when we were going to Vegas. Yeah. There's something rattling. I don't know what it is. And it's like, is it change in the little thing or what is it? And it drives me crazy.
Same.
Okay. Number 3, people reading directional signs and doing the complete opposite.
Oh, yeah. It's so crazy. The signal.
That's me.
They signal right and turn left. What the heck?
Oh, is that? No. It's people reading directional signs. So it's people reading like this way and they do the complete opposite, I'm assuming. I laughed when I read this one. That's why I wanted to do this one because I am notorious, you guys. I am so directionally challenged.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Don't tell me, hey, go north on this street. And then you're going to go east and west. Tell me left or right, bitch, because I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And even on maps, like the Google Maps,
sure.
If it says, I'm driving home like from somewhere far, and then it says, oh, take this highway. And I'm like, that's not the way I normally go. You know what? Traffic looks good. I'm just going to keep going. And I go the wrong, no. And then I end up getting stuck or I take the wrong way.
Yeah.
One time we were driving in Orange County. And I think it was Drew. We were driving and I said, oh man, the map's saying go here. But you know what? That's wrong because this and this. And then I took my way because I was a know-it-all. And she goes, and then I go, oh man, that's why they had us, because there was closures or whatever. And she looks at me and she goes, you act like you know where you're going. So like every time, why do you do that? Like you act like you're smarter than the map that like is based off a GPS, you dumb bitch. She didn't say that, but I know she was thinking it. But that's me all the time.
I've challenged it quite a few times, but not anymore.
Yeah.
I would say no way.
Yeah.
It's faster this way.
But I think this one, that's just a sidebar.
Sure.
This one says reading directional signs. So I'm assuming like, I don't know. Maybe like if you're at a I don't know, a parking lot, like at a sporting event, and there's like signage, like wayfinding signage where it's telling you where to go, and you're like, I'm gonna like make my own lane or whatever. I don't know. Maybe
It could be confusing too sometimes, like because sometimes it's 2 lanes that turn, but the second lane, the outer lane that turns, can also go straight. It could be like confusion there sometimes, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. That's a good one. But you know what? If you wrote this, like, give us some context on that. But I just read this and thought it was funny because I'm looking at the directional signs on Google Maps and I don't follow it because I think I know better. I think I'm smarter than the GPS.
Sure.
But I'm not, clearly, because we get lost every time. So, all right. Here's another one. This is a good one. And you will understand this one.
Yeah.
When my husband eats all of something and doesn't save anything for me to try. Sound familiar?
It does.
Like, I'm trying to think of something recent where.
Well, because I haven't done it. I don't do it like I used to. I can honestly say I did it a bunch of times, but not. I realized, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, you're that. I mean, you're really good at like sharing.
Yeah.
I more so read this thinking of leftovers, like.
Yeah.
But that's not what this person's saying. This thing, like, the husband's eating something, and he's like, "Damn, that was so good. You should have tried it."
Yeah.
Well, I would have, fucker, if you would have left me something. What the hell? I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done it before.
But I also get to. I know you get annoyed with me at this. We'll be at a restaurant and everything looks good. I'm the one who gets food envy.
Oh, big time.
I get food envy. I'm like,
time.
it takes me forever to figure it out because I'm like, oh, but this sounds good. Oh, but this one too. And oh, I want to get both, but like that's too much. And you know?
And then everyone starts getting your food and oh, that looks so good.
Yeah. And then
that looks so good.
I get my order and I go, oh, I should have ordered that. Can I have some of that?
Yeah.
I'm that
and
asshole.
Then we end up switching. You can have it. You can have it. You can have the one I ordered, and I'll eat the one that I didn't order.
I can't help it. I'm like, it looks good. But now what we've been doing is, what we started doing is, hey, that looks good. This looks good. You order that, I'll order this, and then we'll half it.
Sure.
And then we'll have the best of both worlds,
we'll
right?
get to
Without
try both.
having 4 plates, we'll have 2 plates.
Yeah.
And we get to try it.
Yeah.
Tate's like, yeah, sure, no problem. That sounds great.
Yeah.
But now he's like, yeah, but I don't want that. Oh, you're so mean.
Well, how about you're like, man, I want this, right? And I go, okay, but I also want this. Why don't you order this and I'll order this, and then I can have both? And I go, well, I don't want that. I don't want that. I want this.
I know.
And I want this. No, you want this. So let's just get this, okay? Let's get this in half and half. That's typically how it goes. It's typically how it goes.
Or I'll say, let's have it. And I'll go, all right. And then I like what he wanted to order more.
Yeah.
So I'll end up eating it all. And then he has to eat the one I didn't want.
I didn't want either of them. They were both. You couldn't pick between the two.
That's not
So you couldn't pick between the two. You said, "Why don't you get this one, and then I'll get this one, and then we can share."
Not true. That's not true. It's usually something you like too. Except recently, you're all, no, I don't want that. I'm like, God, you're so mean. And then I scan the table to see what everybody else is going to order. And if they want the one he denied, I'm like, is anyone else ordering that? And if I find someone at the table that's going to order the one I wanted that he didn't want, I'll go, hey, I'm going to order this. Do you want to like switch? Like we'll eat half. And 9 times out of 10, they'll say yes.
They'll say yes.
But sometimes they'll go, no. Oh, okay. Just kidding. I didn't want that anyway. God damn it. From now on, I'm just going to start ordering whatever I want. And then when I get home, you're not going to eat it. And I'm going to let it sit in the fridge, go rotten, and then you're not going to be able to eat it.
That's no different from any other situation.
Shut up. That's not true. That's not true. Anyway. All right. Number 5, when people walk so slow. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, I do it a lot. I like the cruise.
Oh, that's why I'm like, what do you think about that one? I'm all, by all means, walk at a glacial pace. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
He's never in any hurry. I'm like, you act like we don't have somewhere to go. Like last night, I'll give you an example. Last night we're like, hey, we don't have any dessert in the house.
Sure.
And I'm like, let's go to Trader's before they close. And by the way, Trader Joe's, best desserts.
Yeah.
They have everything, dude. They have chocolate. They have sweet candies. They have ice cream. They have mochi. They have all kinds of good stuff.
I know.
And
sometimes they have new stuff that's really good too.
that we'll try.
Yeah.
And it becomes a fan favorite. And then once you start loving it, and then they discontinue it.
I know. You're like, what the heck?
What the hell? So I said, oh, okay, let's go to Trader Joe's. And he goes, okay, cool. I go, but you can stay in the car. Because mind you, we only had like 20 minutes to get there because we were going to close. I go, but you can stay in the car. And he goes, oh, okay, good. And he's thinking I'm saying it because of your anxiety.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it because you walk too goddamn slow and I don't want to get kicked out before I get all my loot. So I'm like racing around in there, like getting all my shit. And I was like, yes. So I am a very fast walker. Yeah. You're a slow walker.
I am.
And it drives me nuts.
Yes.
However, Alex, the girl's agent, I thought I was a fast walker.
Yeah.
I have never in my entire life met anyone that walks as fast as her. Remember in the 80s when those ladies used to have the walking clubs and they would walk like this? Yeah. And like that, they didn't run, they just walked. Yeah, that's Alex. Like everywhere we go. And it got to the point now that it's like an inside joke. And Drew was like, hey, player, I'll meet you wherever you're going. Drop a pin. I'll get there eventually. I'm not walking like this. And I didn't realize it. The girls would make a joke. And I didn't realize it until we started traveling a lot with her.
Okay.
And I was there. And in New York, I was like, oh, yeah, no. Because if I do it at that pace, that's literally a slow jog for me. And I'm like, I'm not sweating. What are you talking about? And then it got to the point where I think it pains her to walk that slow. Like she's like, are you guys coming? And I'm like, God damn it. So like she walks so fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, it drives me nuts. I'm like, are you okay back there? Like, what's going on? I'll meet you in the meat department. And then we divide and conquer because I can't stand it.
Yeah.
Unless like we come straight from the gym and we're at the store and I'm like walking like a glacial pace too. Anything else?
No.
On that one? Okay.
No, that was good though.
I thought you were going to say something.
No.
Anyway, so drop a comment.
Yeah.
Are you like slow people or are you like, where's the fucking fire? Like, are you a tailgater at like Costco? Are you like giving people flat tires? You know what that means? Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
Some people didn't know. Who was I telling you the other day? I was like, yeah, and I got a flat tire. And they were like, a flat tire? Oh, were you on the side of the road? I'm like, no, in Costco. And they're like, what?
Yeah.
Anyway, are you one of those people? All right, cool. And then this one, when a big group walks at the speed of a Zuzu pet. What the hell's a Zuzu pet?
Oh.
What is that?
I assume it's slow.
A Zuzu
I'm
pet?
guessing.
Or is it like a speed walker? I don't know. I didn't look it up. Well, I'm sure if it's annoying, I'm sure they either walk erratically and fast, like Alex, or they walk like a sloth, maybe. I don't know. That's crazy.
You run into a lot of Zuzu pets, and depending on the meaning, at Disneyland.
I'm so curious. I should have looked it up before we started.
Yeah.
That's freaking funny.
They're slow, they're fast, they're in the way, you know what I mean?
I bet you they're chaotic. I bet you they go crazy.
You're probably right.
That's crazy. What other pet peeves do you have?
You haven't shared one of yours.
No, I did with the hand soap.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, it's so annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I did talk about it the other day on Shorts, and I talked about how you shake your leg.
Oh, yeah.
And no, he does not have restless leg syndrome. Someone DM me that. Maybe he has restless leg syndrome. And I go, what the hell is that? I've heard of it, but is it like a nerve thing where you're like...
I think it's anxiety.
He shakes his leg, which is fine, because my son does it too. Mm. But you guys have to remember, these guys are giant human beings. And when you're in my little car, right? I have a Tesla, and he starts going like this, the whole car does this. And it's so annoying. I'm like, stop! What are you doing? Right?
Yeah. Maybe it is restless.
No, look, you're doing it right now. It's anxiety.
It's anxiety.
I know it's anxiety.
Yeah.
But it's like, knock it off. Or we'll be in the...
It's like, knock it off. I know what it is. Knock it off.
Knock it off. And he doesn't even know he's doing it.
No, I don't.
So we were going to do, we like to film little shorts in the car.
Yeah.
And we were going to do it. And then he started shaking his leg. And I go, and we were going to talk about something totally different. I forget what we were going to talk about. And then I go, oh, I know what we're going to talk about. And as soon as we hit record, I'm like, hey, you know what? Knock it off. Like, his leg was like going like this, and it shakes the whole goddamn car, and it's crazy. And guess what? When we're driving, and he and my son are in the car, and they're both doing it while I'm driving, it shakes my car, and it scares the shit out of me. I'm like, what is that? Why is the car shaking? And then my son has his like headphones on, he can't hear, and I'm looking at him, and then I was like, oh, I think he's shaking his leg. So I have to like, hey. And he's like, what? I go, stop shaking your leg, because he does the same thing.
He does.
It's annoying. Me being all insensitive. You have a condition. It's okay. Knock it off. So here's another one. People driving slow, whether it's on the street or the freeway. And then they also don't let you merge or change lanes because they're driving so slow and they know that they're annoying you. At least that's the story I'm telling myself. Like, this fucker knows I'm trying to get over and he's trying to box me out. That was back in the olden days when I used to drive a lot. And it was like, you're driving, you make up these stories like, why is he speeding up? Yeah. Oh, I get out from behind him and all of a sudden he's speeding up and he's hauling ass. He just doesn't want me to get in. Then if that's the case, get the fuck out of the fast lane. We're in Southern California. There's no such thing as a fast lane, but out here to us, California natives, there is a fast lane. Yeah. It's the inside lane all the way over. So if there's 8 lanes, it's like 8. The number 8 lane is the inside lane. Okay. No, the number 1 lane is the slow lane. And if you're in between, pick 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, right? It literally goes slow and then it kind of gradually goes up. I don't know who made that up. That's just how it is. It's not really a thing, but it is, right? And you think that all the time. Sometimes we'll be driving and Tait will be like, he'll be driving and then I'm talking and I'm telling him a story and he's like, and then all of a sudden I'm all, yeah, oh yeah. And then we slow down. I'm like, and then I look in the rearview mirror. I'm like, Tate's fucking racing somebody right now. And he's like trying not to let someone in. Huh? Do you do that?
No.
Liar. Yes, you do.
Well, who taught me how to drive?
Okay, next one coming up. Do as I say, not as I do. I know, I'm a pretty wild driver. But I'll get us there. Hey, here's I'll get us there in one piece. Hey, here's another.
I thought you were going to say I do it safely, or no, it was I get us there.
Dude, here's another thing. Like, and I didn't even notice I did this, but in my head I was doing it, but I didn't notice anyone else was noticing that I did this. But does anybody look at your Google Maps and it tells you it's going to take you like an hour and 12 minutes to get there, right? Yeah. Or it'll say the estimated time, right?
Of arrival,
Of arrival. So like it's saying you're going to arrive at 4:42 p.m., right? So I'm driving and I'm looking at it. And I'm driving and I'm looking at it. I'm literally racing the maps. I'm like, 4:42 my ass. We're going to get there at 4:20. Like, I'm literally going to shave 20 minutes off this drive. And it's just me competing with fucking maps. Jeez. Did you know I do that?
I did. and that you brought it up, that's a pet peeve of mine.
What? Come on.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, because it's scary. It's
like you know who brought that up that I figured out someone noticed was Dason.
Well, yes, Dason's very observant. Right? She's really good. But I think I don't think necessarily it's like anything bad. I just think you're I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think it's just like, oh yeah, like and then because you can actually see it change too.
I know.
Right? Like it's not like you can actually say, oh shit, fucking 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So that, I've done it before. I know what that feels. You know what I mean? You're driving like, oh shit, I'll save 2 minutes. See if we can get 2 more.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't care if it's 1 minute. I wish it had seconds on there because I'm like, damn, I don't care if it's 1 second faster than what the map said I was going to get there. Anyway, okay, that's just a sidebar. Okay, here's another one. Letting kids run amok in stores.
Yeah, that's not good.
Parents not paying attention.
Yeah.
I get this. Listen, I get this. You wouldn't find any of our kids doing that shit.
No.
Not because it's rude.
Sure.
And obnoxious. That's a side, that's an ancillary like side effect. I don't let them run. We never let them run amok because it was obnoxious or whatever. I mean, that's part of it.
Sure.
But the main reason is because for safety.
Yeah.
What was our standing rule? If I can't see you, you can't see me.
Yeah. And you're too far away.
You're too far away, right?
Yeah.
So that was like the rule with all of our kids. I need to see you. So like if you're right here, that's cool. But if you go around, so I can't see you, you can't see me.
Yeah.
Now you're in danger, right? From kidnapping and all that crazy stuff. So our kids never did that.
Sure.
But I'm talking about the kids who are running up and down the aisles, like shit's coming off the shelves or whatever. Perfect example. Yesterday, I went to the UPS store, and inside the store, there's like these big bags of those like little packing peanuts. Yeah. Right? They're giant, big bags, and they had them on display so you can buy them and pack your packages or whatever. And so I go up to the lady, and I'm doing my thing, and I turn around, and I got all these boxes, right? Because I was picking up some stuff. I turn around, I got all these boxes, and there's these two kids. One was probably like 8, and the other one was probably like 6, right? So they're old enough to know better. And the mom was just jaw-jacking with the other lady. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think about this? And pulling out all her Shein stuff, like all these clothes. And I was going to return it, but I don't know, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, damn, this lady talks, right? And I turn around and I hear this, don't do that. Like just these kids just had the big bag of peanuts and were literally having like a pillow fight.
Jeez.
They were like, right? And I was like, every morsel of my being wanted to say something to these kids, or like, hey, your kids are kind of, to the mom, hey, come get your kids, right? Yeah. But then I was like, none of my business. I don't give a fuck because I'm on my way out, right? But when I turned around and they were doing that, there was 2 aisles and they were in one aisle. So I went to the other aisle, started walking out, and then they merged over to the aisle. And I said, let one of these kids hit me, dude. I don't even care, right? And then, but they didn't. But the last one, the boy, he was the older one, he went to his sister right in her face, right? Had the big bag, right there. Yeah. And the peanuts, it was like raining peanuts, like snowing these pink packing peanuts in the thing. And the lady that was helping me, she was like, oh my God. And the lady that was helping the mom literally, I'm not even joking, turned around and was like, you guys, pick all that up. Anyway, do you think I should return this? And I was like, oh my God. Like it was giving me like anxiety because I wanted to say, I'm going to whoop your ass, pick every peanut up, wait till we get home. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell?
Bad, huh?
I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. Lack of respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's... It's a pet peeve of mine too.
God, I got such a pet peeve. Yeah. Oh my God. Anyway. Me? No, just me? No. I don't know. Like then I see stuff like that and I go, no, we weren't too strict. We were not too strict with our kids. I'm looking at that going, there's no way in hell that our kids would be doing that. You know what I mean? Nope. Okay. Here's the last one. You ready for the last one?
Yeah.
Okay. This one was mine. I had another one.
Yeah. Oh, this is one you had first, and you're like, I'm going to save this for last.
Oh, actually, I have 2. Okay, let me do this one
Let's
first.
do them both.
Yeah. So this one happens to us all the time, and it's a big pet peeve of mine. So if you work in the restaurant business, heed my warning. No, I'm just kidding. It's not a warning. It's just a plea for help, if you will. The seating at a restaurant. Mm-hmm. They see us walk in. We're a party of 6, right? We have Tait, Peely, my son, Drew. Mm-hmm. Everybody's over 6 feet tall, or 6 feet taller or taller. And then there's me and Dason, right? They want to sit the 6 of us at a little tiny ass table.
Yeah, it just happens so many times.
And I'm like, okay. I get this might fit 6 normal people or 6 Caucasian people. Yeah. This will not seat 6 Samoans in this little booth right here, right?
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Like, first of all, we're barely going to fit. Can we sit in there? Yes. But will we be like sardines? Also, yes. Yeah. And if I'm going to order 4 plates because I can't decide what to eat, where the hell is all my food going to go? You know what I mean? Does that bother you guys? Does that ever happen to anybody?
Sure.
Whether you're plus size, whether you're just big humans like these guys, like most Samoans are just big humans. Why do you seat us at the most not only is it small, but it's usually the most inconvenient place to sit. Right. Yeah. Like by the front door or by the bathroom or by the kitchen. Don't put big humans by egress ingress ways. Okay, where people come in and out, don't put large people there.
Yeah,
it's uncomfortable. Something's gonna go down.
Something's gonna go down.
Right?
That's bad. Yeah,
it's bad.
And it happens a lot. So we're kind of used to it, you know. But at the same time, we tell them, hey, it's got to be something bigger, man.
And by we, he means me.
Yeah.
Because as soon as they say, okay, follow us, I always go first.
Yeah.
And I walk behind the server or the hostess because these guys are trailing behind. And as soon as I see the place and the seating, and I'm like, yeah. And I go, ooh, yeah, no, that's not going to work. That's not going to work for us.
Yeah.
Oh, this seats 8. And there's only 6 of you. And I go, yeah, that seats 8 small people. So when I say 6, I really mean 12. Can you seat us for a party of 12? So we can have elbow room. We can have our plates. We can have our hors d'oeuvres. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's such a pain in the ass.
It is. It is. But we make it work for the most part, right?
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it is what it is. And
sometimes we've sat down and I'm like, because I'm like, oh, I just don't have the mental capacity right now to like be picky. And we'll sit down and I'll see poor Tait like with his legs like sitting side saddle like a proper woman like this or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna work. And so I'll have to go say, hey, I'm really sorry to ask, but can you please seat us somewhere else?
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be like a 15-minute wait. And I'm all, okay. Don't be a dick about it. I'm trying to be nice about it, right?
Yeah.
Then I get mad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You guys were out of here.
Yeah. We've done that before too. Yeah. If you're going to be an asshole, like,
we're out of here.
That's fine. We don't have to eat here. It's not no skin off our nose. I'd rather roll through Carl's Jr. and have them shove all my shit in one bag than to deal with your attitude.
Yeah.
Simple as that. The end. So, okay. So last one, and this one's very important and it's very timely. Okay. Listen, you guys have been seeing all of the, TikToks and posts and, speeches and whatnot for voting. Okay.
Yeah.
So my biggest pet peeve, one of my biggest pet peeves, especially this year, is people they don't vote.
Sure.
It's not unheard of. It's not the first time it's ever happened. It's always been historically, young people don't vote, right? And it's usually because of one of two reasons. One, my vote doesn't matter.
Sure.
Or two, I hate both candidates.
Yeah.
And we're talking about the presidential campaign, right? And we've mentioned this in a podcast before, but I want you guys to think about this. First of all, it's a pet peeve of mine because if you pay taxes, you should vote because you should have a say in what our democracy looks like and what our laws look like. That's number one. But number two is like, then you cannot bitch. You cannot complain. You cannot blame anyone but yourself if you don't like what's going on. Now, that being said, this is not to tell you who to vote for or anything like that. But I can tell you this. It's not just the presidential campaign that you should be voting.
Sure.
You should be voting from the ground up, grassroots up, which means
your
local and state officials, right? So the people who run your town, that's city council, okay? That's your city council, that's a school board, those are local. That makes a huge difference too, because those people talk to the next level up, which is your state level, right? Your assemblyman, your congressman, congress people, assembly people. And those fuckers sit on another, they sit at the top where the president is. And then they all make laws, right?
Yeah.
So you have to start locally too. Yeah. And honestly, it is your right because we live in America.
Yeah.
However, if you don't vote and you're like, they both suck, you cannot complain about what's about to happen.
Yeah. You they both suck, or what does it matter? I mean, what does my one vote matter?
Oh man, it matters so much.
Yeah, those thoughts, like they're not going to help. They're not going to help. You're a citizen. You're here. You work. You pay taxes. This is literally your right.
Hey, listen. Here. This might make more sense. In California, weed was illegal.
Yeah.
Right? It was considered a controlled substance, and it was illegal.
Yeah.
And you know what? It helps with cancer patients, with pain management, with anxiety. It has so many good things. So people like us who are like, I'm just one vote,
Sure.
banded together
Yeah.
and got that shit legalized.
Yeah.
And you know what? Now they get to tax those weed companies and it filters more money into your cities, right? I tell you that because a bunch of normies like us got to vote on whether weed was legal or not.
Yeah.
And we got it passed. And I think Colorado was the first state to ever do it.
It was.
And then we followed, I think, then New York, then us, and then everybody kind of followed suit. Well, not everybody, but just, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Something as simple as, hey, I wanted weed. I don't want to go to jail for having a joint in my pocket.
Yeah.
Or I want my dad has cancer and I want him to be pain-free and not take a bunch of meds that are going to zombie him out. That's what I'm talking about. Just even things like that. And then here's another thing, another caveat, and I'll get off my soapbox, I promise. People never thought Roe v. Wade would get overturned. 50 years it was in existence.
I wouldn't think it would ever.
Nobody thought it was going to go anywhere. And guess what? Right?
Yeah, within, I don't know, it was real quick.
And if I leave you with anything, look at the Supreme Court, because now they're making this a monarchy and they're trying to make, this a dictatorship. Okay? Your vote matters, I promise. Like, we're your internet parents. We would never steer you wrong. It literally takes, I don't know, not more than an hour. If you get there super early, it takes you literally 10 minutes. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And, there's all kinds of like IG accounts out there that'll just literally break down everything in your area. Because if you're like me, I don't want to go through those big old books and see who does what or whatever. I want just give me the quick and dirty version of it. And it's as non-biased as possibly can. This is a bill that came out and they want you to vote on it. And here's what it is and here's what it isn't, right?
Sure.
And then you go vote. It's super easy.
Yeah.
And this is going to be the first year Donovan gets to vote.
Yeah, he turned 18, yes.
He turned 18 last year, so this is going to be his first voting year. And we've taught all of our kids it's so very important to vote, right? So that's my pet peeve is when people don't vote and they're not educated on it. And listen, everybody thinks politics is boring, but it's hot right now.
Yeah.
And it's, it's really really, really, really important. So get out and vote.
Exercise your right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my goodness, right? And it takes literally the time it takes you to go through a drive-through at Wendy's.
I promise you'll feel better after you do it. Too.
You will,
Because
right?
it's your right. You're exercising your right.
Exactly. And that includes the local and state.
Yeah,
Okay.
everything.
Those are very important. It's like one big puzzle piece. You can't just vote for one piece. You got to vote for all the pieces. Okay. So not voting and then complaining is one of my biggest pet peeves.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's unfortunate, but that's the truth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And there's, there's been many presidential campaigns that we didn't like the candidates, either one of them, but we gotta do our part. So, and these races are so close. So if you're in Texas listening to this, oh my gosh, you guys are like, you guys need to vote, right? So anyway, that's my little soapbox. I'm not going to tell you, we're not telling you which way to vote. Just make your voice heard.
Just do it.
Yeah. And even if it doesn't come out the way you wanted it to come out, because like, hey, I voted for this person, I wanted them to win, but they didn't. That's okay. Your vote still mattered. It still mattered. Okay. Yeah. All right. And think about this. One last thought.
Sure.
So many people that came before you died so that we could have the opportunity to vote.
True.
Women, suffragettes, like to end slavery. Like there's just so many things that when we band together, especially people of color, I'm talking to you, when we band together and young people, when we band together, we can move mountains.
Yeah.
We
it's
really
incredible.
can. Yeah. And when you don't vote or you vote third party, you're literally giving a vote to somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. So anyway, that is our pet peeves.
That's it.
And we have so many more, but we're going to just kind of leave it there. And we want you guys to keep filtering them in because they're really, really funny.
They're really, really funny and really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't mean to end the last one on like a downer. I hope it wasn't a downer. It's just very serious. And that was purposeful.
Sure.
But we love you guys. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you.
We can't wait to see you guys. I've been getting so many DMs personally. And then on our AF5 IG that you guys are hoping to see us. And we're hoping to see you too.
We're hoping to see you too.
I'm kind of nervous
Why?
to get on the tour bus for a whole month.
It'll be fun.
All right. Hey, should we vlog it? Should we vlog like daily, a day in the life of the tour from the parents? Do you guys want that? Oh my gosh. Send us a DM.
Sounds fun.
Send us a DM or a comment below and let us know.
Yeah.
Because I think we could do it. Yeah?
Yeah. We should be able to do it. No problem.
Yeah. You guys want BTS? Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. I've already decided we're going to do it. Okay.
It's not should we do it. It's we're doing it.
Yeah. I just had that brain blast right now. I'm like, oh, ooh, should we do a day in the life?
No, it's we are doing a day in life.
All right. Okay.
We're doing it.
You're going to see us all, well, I don't say us, me, all ugly in the morning, working out, on the road again. Yeah? Okay. All right. I'm going to shut up now.
Thanks, guys.
All right, guys. Love you.
Bye.
Woo!